I was literally just watching Salty like, oh my god. Love Island All Stars, Thursday the 13th of February, and Elma pulled Ekin for a chat now that they've calmed down. Elma explained that after Snog Marry Pie, the issue wasn't with Ekin, it was with Curtis. But as Ekin Sue said, if your issue's with him, it's also with me, because we're a couple. So she's made it very clear that she doesn't like Curtis because of what happened with Danielle. She's obviously got amnesia and forgets what happened in Sammy's season. So then Curtis came over to chat with Elma, and he was saying basically that he wanted an apology for what she says at the dinner table, and she was just like, I'm not apologising, and got up and walked away. So she's still rude as fuck. I mean, if she meant what she said, then she didn't have to apologise, but she could have at least said, right, I'm sorry for swearing at you. But she couldn't even do that. So earlier I made a video about people who'd been calling Ofcom and asking that Elma be removed from the villa. Now, this is overreacting to me. I've been watching reality TV since I was 10, and it is so tame now compared to what it used to be. I don't think that anybody should be removed for a reality TV show unless they say something racist, homophobic, or they actually attack somebody. Well, I didn't agree with Elma's actions. I never would have called Ofcom because of it. Like, it's just taking things too far. Grace and Gabby were telling Catherine that Ekin said she thought there was a vendetta against her and Curtis, and she thought that Elma and Sammy were deflecting the problems in their relationship onto them. So Catherine went to tell Elma, and there was a lot of people on the comments of the first look saying, oh, Catherine's sneaky, Catherine's picking sides and all that, but if you're friends with somebody and there's people sitting talking about them behind their back, you're going to go and tell them. Aye, okay, the way it was edited, it looked as if she was being sneaky, like, oh, come, I need to tell you this. But I don't think that she done anything wrong. And not only that, when she did tell Elma, Elma was just like, we've squashed it now. Like, she said that obviously before we had that conversation. The next day, Elma, Gabby and Catherine were up on the terrace, and they were talking about Curtis and how it was never a problem with Ekin-Su, but it was a problem with Curtis and how they thought that he would cheat. Meanwhile, he was downstairs with Luca and Grace, and they could hear everything they were saying. Now, how many times in this season have people been under the terrace and they've been listening in? They should know by now that people can hear every word they're saying. Curtis was just not even one bit bothered. He's like, I'm not even going to see them when we're out here. It doesn't even matter. Then when Ekin-Su came over and she heard them saying that they were just dramatic, she's like, oh, I love being dramatic with you. Like, they didn't even care. At this point, I think they just want to get to the final and go home. It was time for the talent show, and no matter how bad you think somebody is at their talent, it takes a lot to stand up there and do that in front of your friends and knowing that so many people are watching. So I think they all done an amazing job. Harriet's cheerleading was a 10 out of 10, simply for her outfit. Anything that's to do with sparkles, yes. Ronnie showing off his football skills. He was doing a great job up until Luca saved his goal. Whoops. Grace done a wee bit of hula hooting, a wee bit of ribbon dancing. She did not bad. Now, well, a lot of people might have been laughing at Luca. Imagine actually getting up there and doing that. And at least encouraged everybody to get up and dance, so I still think he done amazing. Catherine and Omar's talents were interesting. I cannot make anything with a balloon. I'm actually scared to even touch balloons in case they pop. Catherine's cake decorating skills needs a bit of work, but at least she tried. Elma was embarrassed to be up there playing the violin, but listen, playing the violin is hard. Right, so, excellent. Sammy got up, did a wee headstand, did a wee bit of juggling. Not too bad. For the life of me, if I was in a situation where I had to do a talent show, there is nothing that I can think of that I could get up and do. Nothing that I could do in public anyway. Gabby done some tap dancing, and Ian Stirling says that her dance rhymed with tap, but I think it was just edited in a way where it didn't look that good, but actually I think she probably done a really good job because they all looked pretty impressed. Casey got up with his puppet Salty, and I had already seen a clip of this on the first look, and I seen what he says to Catherine and Omar, so I was sitting the whole time with my two hands over my mouth like this, ready for it. I felt like Salty was quite brutal, but I don't really think he took it too far. But when he was doing the one with Luke and Grace, and he was saying, oh, I was waiting on a brunette bombshell coming in, and Grace says, oh, you're going to like me even though I'm not your type, I was like, awkward. Catherine and Omar were not happy about the comment he made about him kissing Tina twice, and then just saying it was a challenge. That was probably the worst one. I felt like the rest of them took it pretty well, and I was surprised he didn't roast Gabby. We all knew Curtis was going to dance. He is a professional dancer. But even though Curtis can dance, I was still cringing, even though he did a really good job. When they picked a hip-hop dance, that thing that he was doing with his head and his face, we've seen that before. I can't remember the name of the singer who was in, but see when they did that in slow motion, they did him dirty there. And then when Ekin-Su played the keyboard, I was actually thinking, I wonder what this song is, because it's quite emotional. The only thing that was wasting it was you could hear the keys clicking. If anybody knows the name of that song, let me know. I was like, tear. They had to vote for the winner of the talent show, and I kind of wish that they'd have voted for Salty, but none of them were going to do that, so Ekin-Su and Curtis won, and finally they get to go into the hideaway. Ekin-Su pulled out this black underwear thing and she says, oh, this isn't sexy. She looked amazing. But I'm pretty sure Love Island used to give them underwear and stuff to go in, and as I've said before, I don't think they give them the toys and all that anymore, because remember they used to pull them out and play with the whips and all that. I wonder why they stopped doing that. As I've always wondered, do they use them and then they put them in to get sterilised and then the next couple in use them? Maybe that's why they stopped doing it. At the end you had to vote for your favourite couple. This whole way through, I haven't really had a favourite. I only wanted Gabby and Casey to win, just because I liked Gabby and I didn't trust Casey. But after the other night when Ekin-Su stood up to Elma, she's now my favourite. And even though I don't think that previous winners should be allowed back in, I want Ekin-Su and Curtis to win. Let me know in the comments who you would have voted for to win the talent show, and let me know who you voted as your favourite couple, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!